Well, good morning, wonderful FRS staff, members, and friends. And happy spring on this glorious, balmy, 14-degree wind chill factor day. So, a question. What are the odds that a late teenage girl would interview to be a semi-cloistered nun 60 years ago this year, and then 60 years later would be giving a testimonial to hundreds at FRS? By the way, they turned me down. I am fairly certain that I bring a unique perspective regarding FRS's special place in our hearts. To explain, at one point in my life, I was the First Lady of the Unitarian Universalist Association, and subsequently, I was the National President of the UU Women's Federation. And in both these capacities, I visited many, many dozens of UU churches across this country and Europe. And I can say categorically that First Religious Society is the best UU congregation that I have ever witnessed. And I'm saying this truthfully. I can't say enough about our incredible staff and the many volunteers that make this statement a reality. Having been a UU for 55 years now, I have also been a member at several congregations with ministers who were and are dear to me, including Reverend Bert Steves and Reverend Harold Babcock. Reverend Rebecca and Reverend Laurel are stellar in my book, and I truly feel like I am missing something important in my life when I miss a Sunday service here. And something else new to FRS is our music director, Nick Place. I was formerly chair of the music committee at First Church Boston, where we had a paid professional choir. And once again, I can say that our music program here and its great variety and quality is beyond even that of a professional choir. And speaking of music, the addition of sanctuary song each week brings me close to tears, as I know it does others. And what FRS gives me is a time on one day out of 7 where I know I am surrounded by people who provide sanctuary to so many, to immigrants, to LGBTQIA+, to women, to indigenous people, to the neurodivergent, to differently abled, to people of color. So, in closing, I will sing myself off, and maybe here today, someone will decide to increase their pledge. Jim Supple, are you listening? They will increase their pledge just to keep me from ever singing here again. Open my heart to be a sanctuary, all made holy, loved and true, with thanksgiving. I'll be a living sanctuary.